What's up, guys? Chris, predictions, Strikeforce, heavyweight Grand Prix. You know what it is. Going down this Saturday. You know what I was thinking about when I was looking at this bout list? I was like, what? It's just kind of surprising to me that Werdum and Overeem are just barely, and Barnett and Rogers are just barely having their first round fights when the other first opening round tournament fights seem like just months ago. I mean, they were months ago, but it seems so long ago. I know the schedule got pushed back and whatnot for a plethora of reasons, but normally when you have Grand Prix fights and there's going to be a second tournament, it just seems like it's going to take forever to get to the second round because of the way these brackets of the first half have been separated. But that said, looks like a good card. You know, Zupa's matchmaker's doing good work now that they've taken over the Strikeforce brand. Undercard, or I guess it's undercard. JC Cavalcante, Justin Wilcox. Go with Wilcox to win this by decision. He's going to use his wrestling and hold Cavalcante down for the most part because he don't want to mess with Jay-Z on the feet. KJ News, George Masvidal. Should be an entertaining fight, probably fight of the night. Stand-up battle, war, hopefully. But honestly, I like Masvidal, but I wasn't all that impressed by his somewhat tentative performance against Billy Evangelista last time. I thought those guys were going to go to war, but he kind of fought more of a, I don't want to say safe, but a smart fight. But if he plans on keeping it on the feet with KJ, I don't think he stands much of a chance. He's a better all-around striker, but KJ is much better with the hands. So go with KJ News to win this by decision. Daniel Cormier, Jeff Monson. Good step up for Cormier. He should win by decision. Barnett Rogers, Josh Barnett, Brett Rogers in the tournament opening round. Got to favor Barnett, better overall game. My only questions are, how's he gonna? He hasn't really fought MMA in a while. Hasn't really been consistently fighting top level opposition over the last few years. Even though Rogers has lost to him, he has. But Barnett should win this fight. But he's always got so much stuff going on outside the ring, or outside the cage. It makes you wonder how his focus is in it. Brett can always win with a big punch. Barnett hasn't really had a significant win since his 2008 rematch over Hizzo, for what that's worth. But I'm going to go with Barnett. He just seems like the safe pick and the smart pick, but you never know. Who even knows if he shows up to fight? Main event, Alistair Overeem, Fabricio Werdum. Rematch? Yes, rematch. These guys fought in Pride. Seems like decades ago, but it was years back. Werdum won by, I believe, was a Kimura. Won by submission, I do know that. Both guys are much improved fighters since then. Werdum's much better on the feet since then. Overeem is just a bigger, stronger, better version of himself. Regardless of how that came about, what your theories are. But, it's pretty easy to break this down. If it stays on the feet, Alistair should win this. I mean, he's been tearing through K1. Really has improved his stand-up game, which was already pretty solid. Werdum has improved his as well, but it's not on the level of Alistair's. And if the fight goes to the ground, although Overeem is no novice on the ground, Werdum's definitely the much superior fighter in that realm, as we saw even submitting, Fedor, who had escaped numerous submission attempts in the past from guys like Antonio Rodrigo Nogueira. So, question is, where does the fight play out? On the feet or on the ground? Overeem is just so big and strong now, man. It's hard to picture Werdum having an easy time getting rid of the ground. But then you look at percentages and you would think it's easier for one guy to get the other down, if neither are top-notch wrestlers, than it is for the other one to keep it standing. But then again, I think about when Werdum got his chin cracked against Junior Dos Santos. Overeem can hit it that hard, if not harder, probably harder. Has a better stand-up game than Junior Dos Santos overall. So, although Werdum could win by submission if this hits the ground, I'm going to go with Alistair Overeem by TKO to live up to the old Demolition Man nickname. Anyways, want to hear your guys' thoughts on the fights? Of course, mostly the main event. Maybe the Barnett-Rogers fight. And that's pretty much it. If you're looking forward to the event, I'm looking forward to the event. It may not sound like it, but I am. Even though it doesn't have a lot of hype going into it, I still am very anxious for it. But we talked about this event, as well as UFC 131 post-show and Boxing Season 1 last week's Science Finance show. Radio show, you can check that out on Podcast on Demand if you didn't see it live or listen to it live. Check me out on Twitter if you want. And please, if you get a chance, check out sciencefinance.com. Links to all those in the information about the video. As usual, that's it for now, guys. I'll probably be back on Sunday to talk about these fights afterwards. Till next time, though, I'm out.